Imagine living a life that you already lived. A lifespan that's longer than a natural lifespan of 70 plus years. I'm talking about 10,000 years into the future. I saw things. Whole world change many times over. The last time I came to the future, or went to the future rather, it was a totally different world. The very last time I went to the future, excuse me, y'all, I was sitting on a hill, green grass, beautiful blue day, and I heard children playing, kids. I'm talking about 7, 8, 9 years old, not teens, not preteens, kids, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, maybe 9, but it was 9 children, 9. So I heard the laughter of these kids as I sat on this hill. It was the very last time I went to the future. When I first got there, I just popped up sitting on the hill like that. And I looked, and a bunch of kids come running around this big stalk of like what looked like wheat. Excuse me. It was big stalks of what looked like wheat. And I seen these kids, 9 children, run around that from behind out of that wheat, like, and they was kind of chasing each other and playing and laughing and stuff. And they ran over by me, and they turned around and they ran off, right? None of them, I think, saw me, but the last little girl, she turned around and she looked dead at me, y'all. It freaked me out. All the children was like brown skin and had curly type hair. All the kids did, or some cute little hairstyle or something. And when the girl noticed me, it freaked me out, right? So I kind of leaned back and put my elbow down on the grass, on the grassy hill I was sitting on. And when I did that, it hurted. It felt like I put my elbow on a stone or something sharp or hard. I turned and I looked, and I was like, what is this? Because there was no hard objects in the future. They're going to have giant machines that's going to break rocks, y'all. Crush them and refine them. And they're going to make all the areas on the earth smooth and soft. Yep, they're going to plant flowers and vineyards and gardens and all kinds of stuff across the whole planet. But it's going to be strategically placed. Every plant going to be placed next to plants that make them grow better or that benefit them. They ain't going to just randomly plant stuff. Everything going to be done strategically. Okay? So in this time in the future, it's going to be very soft, like grassy and beautiful. That's why I looked at like paradise when I was there, when I popped up there, right? So I turned around and I looked. And I'm thinking maybe it's a stone or rock in the ground, which sounded crazy because those days, it wasn't really just rocks everywhere like that. They was put in certain places to be used or something. I leaned back and I dust off the ground. I pulled up a little bit of the dirt and stuff and kind of moved the grass out the way. And it was the corner of the top of a skyscraper from these days, poking out the dirt. Yep. Those are the fond memories I have of my past. So when you guys have reminisce and have, little moments where you think about your history, about your past and your life and stuff like that, how you was in college or maybe had friends or different things like that, that was the highlight of your life, when you look back, I'm talking to people that's 40 and up. Just imagine somebody that look back over their life and your life is the future. Ain't even happened yet. It mess with you a little bit, but I'm cool. Trust me. I gotta be. I've been fighting this long. I'm gonna keep on fighting. During this time I'm speaking of in the future is like about 10,000 years from now. They're gonna have technology so advanced it's not even gonna be funny. The UFO's gonna bring it when they come. After you guys blow the world up and finish raping and pillaging each other, the earth gonna get destroyed, y'all. Excuse me, throat acting up. The earth gonna get destroyed, y'all. And if you make it through all that, then you're gonna die from the calamities that's falling from the sky. Yep. I ain't finna go down that road. I'm gonna change the subject. But I will say one thing. About 25 years after the earth get destroyed, the UFO's gonna come back and they're gonna bring great technology to this earth. So advanced, it's surpassed what we got now by thousands of years. That last time I went to the future, about 10,000 years from now, they were so advanced that they would dig craters the size of the Grand Canyon and put little like plug-ins where you would plug power supplies and stuff like that. They would litter the bottom of these big canyons with those. And I saw giant robotic arms up in the sky shining in the sun, up there where the clouds is at, huge. Float up with metal boxes, metal structures that look like weird shapes. And these gigantic arms, robotic arms that are huge, would lower these shapes. It float in the earth, these gigantic machines. It lowered this metal shape down towards this canyon. And it was men down there working that was plugging these sockets in to big holes that's coming from the metal object. And the metal object just took over itself like it was controlled by artificial intelligence or magnets. I know it wasn't artificial intelligence because it ain't going to be none of that in the future. But it's like it was controlled or something. The technology was so grand. The machine was gigantic. It hovered in the air and hooked itself to the sockets at the bottom of this man-made crater or canyon. And the metal box unfolded itself like a transformer and lowered itself into this giant hole. It was a city.